up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's been so long I haven't spoken to you guys. I wanted to actually I'm doing a new series. Thank you. Let me in. Appreciate it. I'm doing a new series called, let me just make up a name, because I had a name but I was supposed to write it down. So I'm just gonna if I think of a better name, then I'll call it that. But all I can think of right now is the workplace chronicles. Chronicles of the workplace. Yeah, man, because I've been working for 3 months. I am off probation. Lay. And so I got a couple of rants. Well, I got more than a couple of rants. I got a few rants that I just have to get out because I want to help somebody. I want to help y'all out there in the workforce, dealing with people and the public alike, and having to navigate through all of those different relationships. And I use that word relationship really loosely. Just having to navigate through all of that, and trying to do the best you can not to slap nobody. And that's just true tea. Just trying to do what you can not to slap nobody. And so yeah. So I'm just gonna preface this by saying, I'll give a little disclaimer. In the midst of my my rant, I may be doing a little cussing here and there because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. So if you're sensitive to a little profanity, I suggest you going ahead and click off the line now, because that's just that's what it's going to be. And I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm not going to change who I am to make nobody feel good. And secondly, this is my damn channel, so if I want to say a little cuss word here or there, then you just deal with it and just don't watch. And that's just how it is. So here we go. Now I've been, well, this because I have many different rants, and I want to organize them because I'm very regimented naturally, and so I have to organize because I have so many different rants about so many different things about my coworkers that just annoy the hell out of me / piss me the hell off. And so the first thing that I'm going to talk about in the Workforce Chronicles is how to work with a controlling coworker. How do you work with controlling people? Stay tuned. All right. Now, when I first got on this job that I have, I noticed that there was a young lady who does a ridiculous amount of work. A good 85% of it is stuff that she just conjured up. It's not in her job description. It's not even necessary, but she feels the need to do a ridiculous amount of work. And it's so annoying because it's like, honey, personally, I think that she's going out for superstar employee of the century / trying to take my supervisor's job. Yeah, that's just what it is. And so she's doing a whole lot of stuff just to bring a lot of shine on her. And it's just like, she pretends the way her attitude is set up, she takes it upon herself to tell you when you're not doing the right thing. Like, she literally runs around without impunity, completely without impunity. But as soon as you do something that she feels is not right, she'll go out of her way to pull you to the side, or just completely tell you in front of folk, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. And it's just like, didn't I just okay. I'm not, okay. So the first 3 months, I let it slide because, again, I was on probation, trying to be on my best behavior. Now, going into this job, I had decided that since this was my first entry level position, this was no fast food type job, this was not retail, this was not no petty betty little job. This is a really, I'm working for a serious company. And so I wanted to conduct myself in a way that was conducive to the environment. And I'll explain further. As y'all can see, I'm a big black woman with a lot of spunk, with a lot of attitude, which is what is perceived. I wanted to obliterate that assumption of me being, I guess, an opinionated black woman or whatever, folk of non-African American descent, perceive of us. I wanted to obliterate that opinion by by appearing a little docile and just not saying too much, minding my P's and Q's, being real careful what the hell comes out of my mouth. And it worked. However, it backfired on me because then folk started to think that I was this little church mouse that was like a scary church mouse, and that's exactly what it was. And so, because on my previous jobs, I used to get people together, honey, cuss them out. Oh, you said what, this, that, and I would just do what I do. But when you're in a professional capacity, you cannot act like that because they will put you out. And so, as y'all see, I wear glasses. I've been wearing glasses since I was 5 years old. I've been bullied a lot my entire life, even as an adult. And so I've always had to defend myself. I always, had a quick mouth, a quick wit, because that was my defense mechanism to get people to leave me the hell alone. Once I opened my mouth, they're like, oh, okay, we ain't gonna mess with you no more. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I wanted to go into this job and not do that. And so I swallowed a whole lot that I did not want to swallow. So we got this one that she just want to do everything, back to her, want to do everything, want to make a production out of this, want to make a production out of that. And so, I noticed that a lot of the other co-workers kind of they don't really be around her. And so I know how it feels to kind of be the odd man out, so to speak. And so I would go out of my way, even though I didn't care for her personality, I would help her with whatever it is, she was doing. I would crack a couple jokes, make her laugh, just to be kind of lighthearted or whatever. So then I started to see some behaviors from her. She was falsifying documents. She was doing things like instigating situations with clients, and then she would, if she didn't like them, or if they pissed her off, or she just didn't like them, she would go and because we have a write-up system where we create a paper trail on clients that are non-compliant with our rules and regulations in general. And she would pad their write-ups to make them seem worse than what they were. She would go directly to their case managers and talk trash about them and try to get them put out. I mean, just crazy stuff. She even went as far as having a physical altercation with a client and lying about it on the incident report. I mean, I'm watching this with my mouth closed. And then what took the cake for me was when she's one of those, like I said, she's a superstar employee. Home Slice is working 7 days a week, baby. 2 and 3, 4 shifts. Day shift, second shift, overnight shift. I'm just like, what in the hell? I ain't never seen nobody work like that in my life. Like, you were either starving for money or you were just doing the absolute must for a person to notice you. And I mean, this girl she is working 7 days a week, multiple shifts, honey. And I was just like, oh no. And then we'll go to our boss and tell him that she does everything. Nobody helps her. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'll be right there. helping you. Even with the unnecessary crap we be doing, I be right there, helping you. Nobody don't help you? Okay, cool. And that pissed me off, because I don't like that. You know, that sneaky, conniving, underhanded crap. I don't like that crap. And so, yeah, she was going behind and saying little stuff. Then her behavior started to get out of hand, because she was so damn tired. She was cranky as hell, snipping and snapping on people, acting like a fool, because her ass was tired. And so my direct supervisor went to our boss and was like, she needs some days off. She needs to stop working so much. So she was told that she was not allowed to do any more overtime. Oh my goodness, she flipped out. Oh, what are y'all gonna do without me? Y'all can't function without me. Like, we're a bunch of damn dummies, and that the whole facility can't run if her ass ain't here. And that angered me to the second degree, because one thing I am is proficient in what I need to do. I'm intelligent, and I don't need anybody to help me, especially her, because she's annoying, you know. And so, and plus, whenever she's off, the whole dynamic of the entire facility changes. Everybody is much more relaxed. Everybody's cool. You know, we do our job, but we don't try to be no a-hole to nobody. And when she's around, it's like everybody's walking on eggshells, because they scared they gonna get in trouble. And so, yeah, so she was told she couldn't work no overtime no more, and she was upset about it. And so, my probation came to an end last week, and we have and this one on every job. We always got a crazy person, and you got the one that's Miss Kumbaya. She's really, really cool. I don't have nothing bad to say about her, but she's a good-hearted person. She wants everybody to get along and everything. And I had, you know, I go to her a lot, and I was talking to her about so-and-so, and she was like, I'm working on it. But she wasn't working fast enough, honey, because it seemed like the girl was getting worse. So I got, you know, I was just like, I can't do it no more. So I started to isolate myself away from everybody. I started taking my lunches by myself, because I was eating with them, chit chat. When we have downtime, we'll sit in the office and chit chat. Those days were over, honey. I was not dealing with nothing or nobody. And so, because it's only so much, you know, grinning and skinning I could do before I just can't stomach you no more. And in my personal opinion, we only got 30 minutes for lunch, and so I feel like my lunch time is my time, and I don't want to spend that time breaking bread with a bitch I don't like, period. And so I started taking my lunches by myself. My downtime, I'll do extra rounds just to be away from them. So so-and-so noticed Kumbaya Lady. I'm gonna call her Kumbaya Lady. Kumbaya Lady was just like, okay, well next time we have lunch, eat lunch with us, and I'm gonna bring it up, and we gonna talk about it. So we ate lunch together. Crickets, honey. She didn't say jack. She didn't say nothing. And I was just like, what, are we scared? And so I was like, okay, fine, I'm not dealing with this. So the very next day, I ate by myself. She came looking for me and found my hiding spot. Good God Almighty. And was like, what you doing in here? I said, don't worry about what I'm doing in here. What you need is why you ain't say nothing to her when we was having lunch. Oh. I'm gonna say something. I said, okay, I hope so. And so she was like, okay, well, come in the office and I'm gonna bring it up. So I said, okay. So I went in the office, and I didn't even sit down, because I was, you know, I was ready, baby. And so I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I stood up. And she said, oh, do you want to sit down? No. Okay, so she begins. Okay, well, I understand that, Shantika, you may have a problem with so-and-so. You can, you know, we can discuss it or whatever. And so I begin to air my grievances. I said, first of all, I think your arrogance is you're arrogant, and it's annoying. It is annoying. You know, I'm sick and tired of you running around here as if you're everybody's boss, and you are not. Because we had a staff meeting. The whole this whole stemmed from a staff meeting that we had, where the administration claimed that they didn't see my presence in our company computer system, as far as, you know, different things that we have to do electronically. And it wasn't because I wasn't doing anything, it was because so and so was hogging all the work. If we had an incident and I will say, listen, I'm gonna do the incident report on that, this heifer would just run and just go do the incident report, even after I had already told her I was gonna do it. And so I went to administration. I know I'm all over the place, but y'all gonna get the gist. I went to administration and I told her, I said, it's not that I'm not doing the stuff. This one won't allow me to do it. She's like, what do you mean she won't allow you? She doesn't have any power over you. She's not a supervisor or anything. What you need to do, Shantika, is change your language. Stop asking her to do things. Tell her what you're going to do. And so I said, bet. That's what I'm gonna do. And so back to the little intervention that we got inside the office. So, let me see what time it is. Oh Lord, I'm about to be late to work. So really quickly, I was just like, I told her I couldn't stand her arrogance, and I don't like the fact that you make it seem like we cannot function without you. That's insulting, and it's completely untrue. You know, we'll make a decision on what needs to be done, and you'll go behind and you'll just do it. You go to the boss, you tell him things that are not true. You know, you make it seem like you're doing all of the work and that you're the one that's taking all this initiative, and we're just sitting around, you know, twiddling our thumbs, just watching you do all this work by yourself. And when I said that, Home Slice turned around and cussed me the hell out, honey. And so when she cussed me out, this chick is like, she's exactly my height, but she's probably like 130 pounds, maybe 135 pounds, you know, versus my 270 some odd pounds. And so of course I tower over her, you know, weight wise. And so when she stood up, I was just like, who the F you think you talking to? I don't know what you used to, MF, but you better fix. And I just went completely off, like, what you not gonna do? And I cussed her for that day, the day before that, and the 3 months prior, for everything. And so my supervisor was out the door, and he heard all the commotion, came in and dragged me out, and we went out to the parking lot, and we had a cooling off and a talking to. You know, he's not a traditional supervisor, let's just be clear. He's pretty much a supervisor in title only, but he's like your best friend. And so I wasn't reprimanded, you know, but I had to, you know, he calmed me down or whatever, and I went back in the office, and she was literally in tears. And, you know, I had to, you know, we was calmed down and everything, and I had to explain to her that, you know, you walk around like you're the boss of everybody, but you have done some egregious things that is gonna catch up with you sooner or later. You walk around like telling people what they can and cannot do, reprimanding folks. You're working outside of your scope of job description, you know, and you sitting up here doing crazy stuff, and you think nobody don't know. And I began to list all of the things that she was doing, lying to us, lying to the clients, lying to management, making false reports, going to people's case managers, trying to get them discharged, perpetuating fights between you and clients, and you're behind dodged that bullet because you sat up there and you falsified that incident report to make it seem like that girl was the aggressor, which she was, but you knew she did not like you, and the mere thought of your presence would send her into a blind rage, and you were asked to leave twice, the girl's presence twice, and you chose to keep getting in her face, and you got popped, and you used that as an excuse to fight her, and you should have got fired for it, and you didn't, because our boss didn't bother to read the damn dissertation that because she wrote this long dissertation about the incident, which was a bunch of bull crap, and it took her 5 hours in the shift to do it. Let me talk about that part. And I was just like, I don't understand why every single thing around here is a production. Incident reports take 5 hours to write. Little write-ups take 2 and 3 hours to write. And then furthermore, you wait until the end of the shift to do your write-ups. And so you want to sit here till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, milking the clock, doing write-ups. I told it all, and I was just like, listen, I'm sick of talking about your ass, so here you go. Because, I mean, everybody talks about you, and I'm sick of it. And so if I said it, I'm going to say I said it. I'm tired of talking about you behind, and so here go everything. And I just let it go. And she was sitting up there boo-hoo crying, and I'm sorry for cursing at you, but that's not true. It's a bunch of rumors. And I said, well, I mean, it is what it is. And I believe exactly what I believe. And I believe you did everything. And I've watched you do certain things with my own 4 eyes. I've watched you do it. So you can't say everything can't be a lie. Now, what you said to management, I don't know because I wasn't there. But your behavior, your blatant behavior that I have witnessed in person is unacceptable. And it's going to catch up with. Now, I'm not going to snitch you out, but karma coming for you. And it's coming for you. And, I mean, we're talking about somebody who was just like the queen of the castle, Miss in charge, she turned into mush. And I had so much built up emotion. I was crying, she was crying, we all was crying. And I had to tell her, you know, and I was just like, listen to me, you know, because you know when you tear somebody down, you got to, you know, build them back up. And I was like, I'm not here to take away any of your, you know, your whatever shine you're trying to obtain. I'm not trying to take that from you, because this is just an entry level position for me. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to try to take nobody's job or to aspire to do X. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to learn the job. And your behavior and your hogging of all of our tasks, you're preventing me from learning. Not from just doing, because I don't care who notices what I do, but just to merely learn the job, you're preventing me from doing that. And so I'm asking you to take a step back and allow me to work and get the practice that I need to get the practice of, so that I can do what I need to do and be a good employee, so that people can see that I'm contributing equally. If I say I'm going to do a write-up, back off. Let me do it, because I need to practice. You've done it a million times over. It's not necessary for you to have to hog everything. You know, I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody. I just want to work. That's it. You know, and I said, after today, I don't want no type of hard feelings. And if you feel a certain type of way, that's between you and your God. But I want to just work. If I ask you a question, answer it. That attitude, that not speaking, I don't do that. But a part of me don't fuck with you no more. I don't fuck with you no more in that way. When it comes down to the work that we need to do, if you need me, I am there. But as far as eating lunch and just a normal fraternization, nah, we not doing that no more, because I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Because you've admitted to me, to my face, that you have lied to management, all because you didn't want to get in trouble. And that you have blamed others for things that you have done because you didn't want to deal with the backlash, and you thought it was funny. See, when I'm new, you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool, and I'm just going to sit back and key, and you don't realize who you're talking to. All I'm doing is taking everything that you're telling me and putting it into my mental Rolodex for later on to know, okay, I see how she roll. I don't mess with her. Because she's done that before. Because we have a very, you know, our boss is really like, he's very intimidating. And when he speaks to you about something that you did wrong, he talks in such fast succession that you can't even get a word in, so you begin to stutter. So by you stuttering, he perceives you, oh, you must be lying then. That's how he talk. And so in order to combat that, you just be like, you know, I ain't do it. And that's what she's been doing. Because when I was sitting with her and I was telling her about, that, and she's like, oh yeah, that's why, I didn't admit to such and such and such and such, and she was naming all the stuff that she didn't admit to. And I was like, damn bitch, you did that? We didn't know you did that for real. And he asking all of us who did X, Y, and Z, and you damn did it. But she was talking so much, she didn't realize she was telling on herself. And so I had to bring that. Or I said, everything that you're doing, karma coming for you. I ain't gonna snitch you out, but it's coming. And so after all of that, she backed completely off. And I've been doing most of the stuff myself, doing intakes, doing a lot of the paperwork. I still do. I've been able to do and everything like that. And it's been going, but we don't talk. We do our job, and that's it. And that's how it is. When I tell you I flipped that whole thing around, because they used to make fun of me all the time, because when we used to get new intakes, I was like, she liked to go, take them places in the facility by herself. And I'm like, you need to be careful, because, you don't know these people. Oh, you just being scary. You just being this and that. And I said, no, honey, it's not being scary. It's called being aware. So since you don't want nobody to come with you, I'll check on you an hour, and if you dead somewhere in the corner somewhere because somebody done jumped you, then I just call 911. But don't say I didn't offer to, have you, what I'm saying? Just stupid, silly shit like that. And if, our boss wanted me to go with her to take some, oh, I don't want Shantika to go with me because, she's scary. Like little comments. I mean, I aired all like that. Don't do that. I said, I was trying to be cool, calm, and collected, because I didn't want y'all to think that I was no bitch, or had no attitude. I didn't want nobody, oh, she got an attitude. I didn't want nobody to label me that way. And so I came in with my mouth shut. I saw, I watched, and I did not speak. But baby, once my probation was over, it was time to get it started. And so I told her, I said, today is a brand new day. Now I don't have to be what y'all think I am. I can just be me. And I'm still mindful of my actions. I'm not finna just, go out and act like a fool and just be crazy. I'm gonna still be me. But now we have a motherfucking understanding, baby. We have an understanding. Don't do it, and don't try me, because I already know. And also, I'm keeping documentation. I'm keeping written documentation. I ain't gonna show y'all my book. Oh, I went to the dollar store. About to be late for work, honey. And I got me a little what's the name? A composition book, and I'm taking daily account of whatever goes on, whatever incident goes on. I'm keeping documentation, because somebody told me if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. And so I'm keeping my own form of documentation, so that if anything happens, I have the documentation, I have the proof, I have the written diary of whatever is going on, because I don't trust none of the motherfuckers there. And that's just true tea. So how you deal with a difficult person? You confront them head on, get a motherfucking understanding, and you keep it damn moving. And that's all I have to say about that, because I am actually late for work now. So I will talk to y'all later. Leave a comment below, and I will see you guys probably next week, because it's a lot to talk about, because I got a saga, okay, in this, workplace chronicles, baby. Chronicles of the workplace, baby. And so yeah, so we gonna convene back next week for another episode of Chronicles of the Workplace. So I will see you guys. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, share if you care, subscribe, and do what you do. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace and hair grease. Bye.